Hi there folks, and welcome to Get Strumming. Now today I thought we'd have a look at an old TV theme tune from the 1980s. I've posted a few videos just recently with TV theme tunes, and it seems to have struck quite a few people's imagination, and they've been saying, oh, can you do this one, can you do that? Brilliant. So I thought we'd get our teeth into this following song. It's from a British children's TV theme tune way back in the mid 80s, I think it was. And it was made by Yorkshire Television. It was a cartoon called the Raggy Dolls, and the guy who wrote the theme tune was in my opinion, the genius Neil Innes. I was lucky enough to actually meet him just a few months before he passed away, actually, and he was just as lovely as one could have hoped. He came to prominence in the 1960s. He was the kind of piano player for the band, the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. They appeared in the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. And Paul McCartney even produced their first single, which was I'm the Urban Spaceman, which Neil Innes wrote and sang. And it was also, more importantly, a kind of seventh member of Monty Python. He used to join them for their live tours when they played at the Hollywood Bowl. And he also started the Rutland Weekend Television with Eric Idle from Monty Python. So it was actually Neil Innes who would provide a lot of the musical numbers for that TV theme tune. And also, this has also got to be mentioned, he played the John Lennon character Ron Nasty in the Beatles spoof band The Ruttles. If anyone's never seen it, get to see The Ruttles. It's a little bit like Spinal Tap, but years before Spinal Tap came about, and it's just a pastiche on the Beatles, and it's absolutely brilliant. Even George Harrison was in it, so he gave him his blessing. And then in the 80s, Neil Innes did a lot of work for children's TV theme tune, for children's TV program, sorry. He did a program called Puddle Lane, where he played this wizard character, and he did all the musical tracks there. And he did the theme tune for this program, and also voiced all the characters. So it goes something like this. It's the Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. Raggy dolls, made imperfectly. So there you go, nice little jaunty ditty, which is what you'd want from a children's TV program. So first of all, what I'm going to do is show you the chords, of which there are quite a few, so you might want to take note here. So we're going to start off with a C major. So using your third finger, 3rd fret, 1st string, C major. Next up, we've got an F, so using your 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. Then we've got an E minor, so using your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger, 4th fret, 3rd string. Then we've got a D minor, so using your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Then we've got a G major, so using your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string. We've got a G7, so flip that kind of shape round, and you've got a G7, so your 1st finger goes on the 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. Then we've got a D minor 7, which is a chord that I've put in here just because I think it works quite well. So it's like a D minor chord that you had before. 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and 4th finger to make it into a 7th. Use your 4th finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. So that's a D minor 7. Next up, we've got this great little run of diminished chords. Now, we don't play diminished chords a lot, but I really think it's worthwhile putting these in. So first, we're going to start with a C diminished 7th. So using your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 4th finger, 3rd fret, 1st string. Then we slide up to the 5th and 6th fret, same shape. So now your 1st finger is on the 5th fret, 4th string, second finger 5th fret, 2nd string, third finger 6th fret, 3rd string, fourth finger 6th fret, 1st string. And that chord is, if I get it right now, because I'm not that familiar with the diminished chords, this is D sharp diminished 7th. Got to get this right. Then we slide up to the 8th and 9th fret. This is an F sharp diminished 7th. So again, same finger positions, just higher up. First finger 8th fret, 4th string. Second finger 8th fret, 2nd string. Third finger 9th fret, 3rd string. Fourth finger 9th fret, 1st string. And then right up to the 11th and 12th fret, if your ukulele will allow you to do so. So that's using your first finger on the 11th fret, 4th string, second finger 11th fret, 2nd string, third finger 12th fret, 3rd string, fourth finger 12th fret, 1st string. And here it is. Bit of a tricky run up that, isn't it? So there we go. So that only happens in the first verse. In fact, if you can't play that, just leave that bit out. But it does sound good. It's certainly on the TV version, of which I'll put a link to the YouTube video in the description to this video, along with the chords, so you can look at the chords as well. Okay, so that's the tricky diminished 7th chords. Next up, we've got an A minor, nice and easy chord now. Second finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. A minor 7, even easier, just open strings. We've got a D7, so that's using your first finger across the 2nd fret, all the strings, and third finger, 3rd fret, 1st string. There's your D7. We've got a C7, which is your first finger on the 1st fret, 1st string. We've also got an F minor, so your first finger goes on the 1st fret, 4th string, second finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, and fourth finger, 3rd fret, 1st string. There we go, so that's the F minor. I'll just double check that there aren't any other chords. I think we've been through them all, but if not, I'll come back to them later. Okay, now there's a great little introduction to this song on the TV version. Goes like that. So what I'm doing here, I'm playing an open 3rd string, the open C string. So here we go. Then my 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. I kind of use my thumb to pluck the 3rd string. Then my 1st finger to pluck the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Then open, 2nd string. Then back to 3rd fret, 2nd string. And just repeat that pattern 4 times. It's not, and then we're into the song. So to begin with, we just do 1 strum on each chord. So we start with the F. It's not much of a life when you're just a pretty. Then E minor, face. Just 2, D minor. Be whoever you, G. R is notice, C, grace. Now to D minor 7. Don't be scared if you don't fit in. Then we do that run up on the C diminished 7, up to the F diminished 7th, 5th and 6th fret. Then up to the, sorry, that was the D diminished 7. Now this is the F sharp diminished 7th. Then up to the A diminished 7th. And then we basically play a G and then a quick G flat. Now a G flat, I didn't mention that one, but it's just like a G, but on the 1st and 2nd fret, as opposed to the 2nd and 3rd fret. Lucas in the reject bin. So you do a G, G flat, G. Lucas in the reject bin. And then we go into the main verse. It's the C, Raggy Dolls. And then A minor, Raggy Dolls. D minor, dolls like G, U, and back to C, me. Raggy Dolls, A minor, Raggy Dolls, D7, made in perfect, G7, Lee. So F If you've got a bump on your E minor, nose or a lump on your D minor, toes do G7, not dis, back to C, spare, now to G, B like the E minor, Raggy Dolls, and A minor 7, so open strings, say I, D7, just don't, G, care, G7, goes, C, Raggy Dolls, C7, Raggy Dolls, R, F, happy just to F minor, B, back to C, Raggy Dolls, A minor, Raggy Dolls, D minor, those like G, U, and back to C, me, and now you can do the little riff again. It's not, and then back to the F, much of a life when you're just a pretty E minor, face, just to D minor, B, whoever you, G, R is notice, C, grace. Look at D minor 7, round and you will find. Now we're going to miss out the bit with the diminished 7th chords and just do a G to G flat to G. People of every kind. Then into the main chorus, like the C, Raggy Dolls, A minor, Raggy Dolls, D minor, dolls like G, you and me. Raggy Dolls, A minor, Raggy Dolls, D7, made imperfect, G7, Lee. So F, if you're not at ease with your E minor, knobbling knees and your D minor, fingers, G7, are all C, thumbs, G, stand on your E minor, 2 left feet and A minor 7, join your D7, Raggy Doll, G, chums, G7, cause, C, Raggy Dolls, C7, Raggy Dolls, F, are happy just to F minor, B, then back to C, Raggy Dolls, A minor, Raggy Dolls, D minor, dolls like G, U, and finish on a C, me. So there we go. Now, it's one of those videos that I've done that I often say to people, if you want to slow down, use the 3 vertical dots at the corner of this video, and that will send you to a playback menu. Go to playback speed and press on 0.75, and that will slow down the video just enough for you to keep up, because there are a load of chords there, and I do realise that some of you will be going, this is going way too fast for me, I can't do it. You can do it, it's just a question of doing it bit at a time. Nothing's ever too difficult. You've just got to kind of walk before you run, basically. Anyway, right, now I'm going to play the song in its entirety. So here we go. It's not much of a life when you're just a pretty face. Just to be whoever you are is no disgrace. Don't be scared if you don't fit in. Look us in the reject bin. It's a Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. Raggy Dolls, made imperfectly. So if you got a lump on your nose or a lump on your toes, do not despair. Be like the Raggy Dolls and say I just don't care. 'Cause Raggy Dolls are happy just to be Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. It's not much of a life when you're just a pretty face. Just to be whoever you are is no disgrace. Look around and you will find people of every kind, like the Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. Raggy Dolls, made imperfectly. you're not at ease with your knobbly knees and your fingers are all thumbs. Join on your two left feet and join your raggy doll chums. 'Cause raggy dolls are happy just to be raggy dolls, dolls like you and me. And there you go. That was Raggy Dolls. I always, have you noticed this? Any keen viewers will always realise that whenever I do a run through of the song, I always cock it up. So I do it on purpose, honestly, you know, just to show that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm a Bertie. Don't say that. Anyway, thanks very much for joining me. And I will continue to do a few more TV theme tunes. So if you've got a favourite that is rattling around in your brain that you remember from childhood, just let me know and I'll put some chords together and do a tutorial for you. Take care for now. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget, keep on strumming.